Delphine Cascarino, Futties SBC player review. Let's check it out. It will be a longer video. Because since it's a Futties, I have to build it first with the Playstyles. Since she's a 97, that means she should fit some of the current Evos from the season pass, which is a good thing, but I won't be applying them for the purpose of this review. I'll just be doing the normal card with the Playstyles. The first part's going to be me choosing the Playstyles and building it. Then after that, I'll play one match of Rush with her for online to see how she performs while I'm controlling her the whole time. Hopefully I get decent teammates for that. I have no control over who I'm paired up with. And then after that, I'll be playing the current promo team in squad battles. If you're curious the reason for that, it is because if you play 11v11 matches for reviews, the whole thing's invalid. And that is because of the ping. If you have good ping and your opponent have bad ping, it'll seem like the card you're reviewing is performing better than it actually does. And then the reverse is true also. If you have bad ping and your opponent has good ping, it'll seem like your card is performing much worse than it actually would. So every review that is done 11v11 online is invalid and inaccurate no matter who's doing them. That's why I don't do 11v11 online matches for reviews at all anymore. I haven't for quite a while. And then the shooting comes into play also, like how some people use precision shooting and some don't. Now, if you have precision shooting on and you are good at shooting and the card is mediocre, it will seem like it shoots great. If you have precision shooting on and you are bad at it and the card has great shooting, it'll seem mediocre or terrible, because the precision shooting matters way more than the stats on the actual card. So to make it accurate, you can't have precision shooting on, and you cannot be doing 11v11 online where the ping is the biggest factor in how it performs. Now, the purpose of doing both types of match, the rush match is so I am controlling the card the whole time, so I can try out how it performs, how it accelerates, top speed, how agile, tackling ability if it's a more defensive or midfielder kind of player, L2 ability to see if you can hold people off, those kind of things. That's the purpose of the rush portion of it. The purpose of the other part, the squad battles part, is to see how the player performs half the time when you're not using it. You know, when your AI is controlling it, because when you play 11v11 matches, you're not controlling the whole team at once. You're controlling one player at a time. You can influence them with like the R1 pressure or the double tap R1 to track runs and stuff like that. And then you also, and the trigger runs too, to see if they're very responsive in that aspect. But you also want to see, do they fulfill their roles? Because regardless of stats and playstyles, some players are intelligent, they do what they should, they mark their runs and stuff automatically of the opponent, or they go into open space automatically. Other players that are really high rated are stupid, and no matter what roles you give them, you'll find that they're almost constantly in the wrong spot. If you're on the right side and then there's an opponent, they will go on the left side of the opponent and use them as a shield to make sure you will never be able to pass the ball to them. And some of them are real weak too. Regardless of the strength stat on the card, some players are real weak and the opponent barely brushes up against them and they just flop over and they take the ball from them. Other ones with lower strength, they actually perform better and hang on to the ball. So that's the purpose of the squad battles portion of the review. Now, we'll check out the card and then I'll do the build. The build and choosing the playstyles is going to take me a little bit of time. So if you don't want to see that part and you just want to see the full set of them after I've chosen them, you might want to skip ahead a little bit in the video if you don't want to watch that portion. Now, she's 5'5", controlled and 5-star, 5-star. She's right-footed, which that does come into play when choosing playstyles. She can play right and left middle, right and left wing, and striker. And then, of course, no playstyles. You got to choose them. And then here's her stats to start out. Now, she's maxed in pace. The dribbling's really high. And then she still has good passing. The free kick, you don't really need that. You only need one player on your team that's going to be taking your free kicks. So the rest of the players, that doesn't even come into play. The shooting part, now she has really good attacking position and power shot, or shot power. Needs a little bit of help on the finishing and volleys and stuff like that. So I could either leave her on basic just for the purposes of the review and then later on decide. That would probably be the best way to do it, to see how she feels in match first and then decide where I'd want more bonuses to focus. But you could just do, like, say, a finisher if you want some of that shooting to be up more. The defense is so low, you might as well forget about that. Most of the things are high, so in that case, the basic chemistry will give you a lot of +3s in various areas in each column. So that might be the way to go. Now, she is on London City Lionesses, but she did used to play for Lyon. So that's where I'm going to set her up for when I do the other match. I'm going to put her on my Lyon past the present team. This team was just for objectives and stuff. If you haven't seen them, since I haven't done reviews or nothing for them, this version of Stones is actually good, and this version of Pickford is actually good. If you see my channel, you'll know a lot of the dude players I don't care for because they're not agile, and a lot of them don't play intelligently. This Stones actually does play intelligently, and he's good. I know it's not a review for him, but still, I just thought I'd point that out in case anyone needed those positions. Okay, so I'll do my Lyon past and present team. See, I do have her other card over here from a long time ago, but I barely got to use it. And didn't get to evo it or nothing, but see, it was averaging 1 goal in a little over half or 2/3 of an assist each match. So like every other match it'd get a couple assists or so. With that one, back when she was within the power curve. She had less positions though, her old one. And then there's that stuff. So I do want on the new one, the quick step and technical. I definitely want that stuff. Yeah. Okay. So she'll just be replacing herself over there. Where would she be? Probably just faster just to do this. Yeah, that's faster way to find her. Okay, so the stats, see, there's a huge improvement over most of it from her old card. Now, where am I going to try her out? Let's see. Right and left middle, right and left wing, striker. So, I'll probably try her on the right side, or I could try her at striker. Maybe I'll try her at one for half the match, and then the other one for the other half of the match. So if that's the case, then that means I have to pull someone else out. I will pull Johannes out because I haven't got around to doing her playstyles either. I got her because I used her Tots card before, and she actually is pretty good. So let's see. When I do this, I'll do her on the right side first. I'll do it like this. So that's what I'll try her out. But I'm still going to do rush first before I do any of that. Now, there's a difference for the shooting. She is right-footed, but she can play both sides, right and left. Now, normally if she'd only play right side and she's right-footed, that would mean you'd want Game Changer. But if you play her left side when she's right-footed, that would mean you want Finesse Shot. So because of that, because there isn't one side or the other that is going to be constant, you know, you might want to play her on either side. I'm not going to put as much into it, I'm thinking, for giving them playstyle pluses. That makes me think I should do base playstyles, but get both to have variety, and then put the playstyle pluses in other areas on the card. Now, you definitely will want ping pass and tiki, regardless of which side you play her on. That ping pass to make it go faster and the tiki for less errors, those are both good. Now, if you're going to cross in with X, that would mean you'd want long ball and maybe whip pass to make it go even faster. Incisive, that does help, but I've kind of shied away from that play style more recently because, okay, if you don't have incisive, if you don't know, and you press the Y button for through balls, it's usually extremely inaccurate. If you do have incisive and press the Y button, it's pretty inaccurate. Not extremely, but it's still inaccurate a lot of times. Then if you have playstyle plus, then it's good, but it's still not great. So a lot of times I've been doing driven passes, which is R1 and A if you don't know, with the ping pass, which means the people receiving it needs to have first touch. So I do try to get first touch on as many players as I can on my whole team. That way they can manage to handle it when you're doing all these driven passes. So I know I'm going to want those two. Usually I go with a plus for pinged when possible, just because it makes it even faster and stronger. Tiki, I will go with the base for that. So let me start out. I'll get Tiki base, Relentless base, and then I do want to check on 5th playstyle plus rewards because I do have some of those. So if she's really good, then I might invest the 5th playstyle plus into her later on. Okay, so first I get, there it is, I get Relentless on my players. If you don't know, most people do not choose Relentless, and most of the promo cards do not have Relentless. What that means is if you have a tight game late in the match and your people have high stamina and Relentless and they're still moving fast and the opponent's slowing down, then when it gets around the 75th minute, all of a sudden your opponent becomes way easier than they were because they can't move and respond nearly as well as they used to. So it actually matters if you have tight matches. Okay, so Tiki Taka, I want that. Now, what I'm thinking, that's why it takes me a little bit longer. I'm trying to figure out the playstyle pluses I want, but put them on last. That way I can change my mind later, how you can undo the playstyles if you wanted to. You can do it that way. Since she is a fast player, though, I would like to have first touch, technical, and quick step. I would like those three to be pluses. Kind of want rapid plus also. So maybe those are the ones I'll go with the plus. And then if she's really good and I don't need the 5th playstyle plus for my other players, then I could override it with either pinged plus or like low driven plus or one of those other ones, depending on the playstyles. But yeah, I'm thinking I want these 4 as the pluses, so I'm gonna do that part now. So I don't think I'm gonna change my mind later on those. So tech plus. I like agile players, I really do. When the internet's terrible, though, then your tech and all that kind of goes to waste because it doesn't work. But when the internet's good, man, you can really burn people. Okay, so I got the tech plus. Let's see. Quick step plus. I want to see how fast she feels, too, with all this, because if I give her these 4, that's as fast as you're possibly going to get her. Because she has the 99 pace already. Rapid plus. But I'm going to need first touch plus. Now I know there is a 5th playstyle plus of the technical and rapid and quick step, but those already have plans for some of my other players that I have, so I know It's not going to hurt to put those on right now, because I wouldn't be applying those as a 5th playstyle plus regardless. Just because I already have favorite players that I'm going to be putting those on. Okay, then first touch plus. So she should, however fast maneuverable her card can possibly be, she should have it now with that stuff. I definitely want the pinged pass base. That's one of the ones that I was considering could possibly be a 5th playstyle plus if I really like the card, and if my other main people don't need it. So that will be 3 out of the 8 I can choose. Now I'm thinking Game Changer, Low Driven, and Finesse for 3 of them. That way, regardless which side I play her on, right side, left side, or striker, she'll have what she needs to have to shoot. Because, like, she's right-footed. If you play on the right side, really you only need the Game Changer and the Low Driven. If you're going to only play her on the left side, then really you only need Finesse and Low Driven. But since I might vary it, then I want both. Let's see. Low Driven. And since she has the 5-star, she should be good coming from either side into the box to do the Low Drivens. Let's see. There's the Game Changer. Okay. So this how should be at this point. That'll be 6 of them. So I will get 2 more. So I still have to choose those. That's their strength, 91. So, let's see. Could go with an enforcer for one of them. To help with the dribbling, to force her way into the box. I also like taking corners with that. When you're playing human opponents online, then on corners, if you want to take a short corner and just try to work your way just barely inside the box, you don't have to worry about shooting a goal or anything. Just make sure your feet are inside the goalie box. And then if you're good with enforcer and keep going back and forth and stuff and they can't get the ball, most people get frustrated with that. And then they end up spamming the regular tackle or a slide tackle or something like that. And it usually leads to a penalty kick is what happens. So you can frustrate your opponents like that. But if you do it that way and you get a penalty kick and make it... excuse me. I have to mute it. I don't want to cough into the mic. If you manage to draw a penalty kick from them and you score it, that means they were already frustrated by not being able to get the ball. That's why they spam the tackle or slide tackle in that situation. That's a good thing. If your opponent's frustrated, make sure that you do one of the celebrations after. Get them as frustrated as you can, because then they'll be off their game. They won't be able to focus. They'll either get mad and quit, or they'll start making a lot of mistakes they normally wouldn't have made because they can't think right when you get them overly frustrated. So, you can do that, like with Press Proven or Enforcer. Let's see, she's only 5'5". She's not a defender either. So the Aerial Fortress would be pointless for me. You could use Bruiser to tackle with her. Even though she's not defensive. When she's down on the side, on the right or left side, if you're the one chasing after them, you can use Bruiser. Try to get the ball, and she seems to have decent strength. You could even add to it with chemistry if you needed to. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out which 2 I want. I think I will go with Enforcer for that. purpose that I was telling you. Just to, frustrate the opponents. Get them to commit fouls in the penalty box. See, it doesn't work too well against the computer because the computer just goes by its program. It doesn't get frustrated and stuff. Okay, so it should be somewhere. There you go. So that, and then there's two others you could do. The long ball, if you're going to do crosses with X. The thing is, if you don't have that playstyle, then do not do those kind of passes. Because they pop way up into the air, and they're really slow and terrible. And, it's just a mess when you do that without that playstyle. I could do incisive. What's her curve like? Her curve's 90. With chemistry, that could be improved, though. Maybe I'll do incisive for that. But then there's also inventive. That's really useful. I know a lot of people thought it was useless and hated it at the start of the game, but I liked it. It seemed useful for me. I like it more so in the middle of the field, though. With my center middles and cam, then that becomes more useful. Maybe I'll just go incisive. Reason for that is because, you can hold L2 and press Y and curve it around if there's a defender between you and the striker. And you still want to get it to him, though. But then it also comes into play if you're a striker and you drop back some, or you're doing the overlap, how you pass it back and forth between a couple players, your striker and someone else, which works really well if you're using 4-4-2, but it can also work in other formations. Then this can come into play at the end. So I'll do that. And then before I play it there, I'll check the other evos, because she may fit other evos right now. I'm not going to apply them because that would invalidate the review on her base card. So like this one, this one's already spoken for one of my players, but let's see, you could get her shooting up by 4, passing up by 4, defense and physical up by 4. I don't know. Let's see this one. And I don't want to go into the token store because that would take a long time. If you had this golden boot thing still, if you earn that, then that could go up by 6 on the shooting. So that's a pretty substantial amount, and it would give her finesse plus. That's a 5th playstyle plus. Let's see what else. Yeah, and then of course there's these other 5th playstyle pluses. Passing the test, that would get her passing up more and physical, if you're interested in that. Looks like 5 to passing. Two-way Titan. Now see, this gets into the season pass stuff that's repeatable. There's some other one too that has more offense that's repeatable that you can check into. And then she could fit this also. For a ping pass plus. It's just then you'd have 24 hours you can't use her because it's a training camp one. But that is a possibility too. And if you did that and got the ping pass plus, and then if you look, because it would overwrite the base playstyle, she's still Futties, so then you could still go ahead and choose another base playstyle. So that could work too, depending on what you want and how you like to use your players. And which other players you're planning on using your playstyles for. So first I'm going to try Rush. Hopefully I get decent teammates. I know this has dragged on pretty long, but I want people to get to see my decision-making process for why I chose the playstyles that I chose, instead of just showing you, oh look, playstyles, and that's it. I wanted you to see the whole process. Of that's how I do it. So, In the future, if there's more like this and they're Futties, you can go ahead and skip ahead until I'm done with this if you didn't like this part of the video. Okay, she has base chemistry, and that's how it would be. So see, she's still going to get like 98 vision, 98 short passing, 99 for the ball control and dribbling, 96 composure. Already had 99 for agility and balance. So that might be okay. Or might want to change it to something else. I don't know if there's something that just gives a lot to the passing and dribbling column. But I want to see how her shooting is. Because if her shooting needs some help, then I'd choose a playstyle that helps that out. Let's see. Matchmaking. Yeah, okay. I let the search wider for rush matchmaking because for one thing, there's less people in rush, so it's harder to find teammates and opponents as fast. For another thing, the ping and lag, while it can affect rush, it affects it a lot less than it does other matches. Like you can be in the mid 30s to 40s in rush a lot of times, and it's fine. I'm not sure if people prefer these long reviews like this that are way more detailed. I've only done a couple of them this way. Or if they prefer just to already have everything done, just show the card real quick, and then go straight into a match. Or if they would rather me shorten the video even more and have already played the matches outside the video and set up the player and everything, and then for the video only be showing the card and talk about my experiences with it while using it. If people have ideas of, that they prefer one or the other like that out of those, then go ahead and let me know, because I don't really know which ones people prefer. Because either way, for me, I'm still doing the same amount of time, building the player, testing them out in both modes and stuff like that. So it's pretty much the same amount of time for me, either way. So if one version or the other is more beneficial to the viewers, if they'd let me know, I can change it a little bit like that. I'm not going to be one of those reviewers, though, how some of them are, actually how most of them are, that do a ranked tier list with a bunch of cards, and they're rating players they have never even touched. And they're all, oh, this player is terrible, that's fodder. They've never touched that player. Or, oh, this player is great, one of the best in the game. It's real high rated. Never touched that one either. To me, those kind of reviews are completely invalid and doesn't help anybody. So I'm not going to do that. I have to have tried them out myself a little bit before I can comment on them. But if people would like it to be shorter, that they don't care about seeing the gameplay and all the build and all the details, if they just want to know what they're good at and what they struggle with while checking out the card, so that way it's quicker, I can change it to that too. So if enough people wanted that, I could consider that in the future. This game's almost over, but for next year's game, I could take that into consideration. So. Yep. Well, her volley worked from way out there. Well, that was cool, because that was a long pass to me. teammate's volley did not work. Oh, her L2 worked for a second there. There you go. There you go. Shoot it. Aw. What's he doing? That was stupid. That was dumb of the teammate. That was so dumb. They probably just had a rubber band on the controller. She was slowly walking in one direction. That was dumb, dude. That was dumb of them too. Come on, dude. You seen the opponent standing right there. Why would they do that? And people need to know when to pass and when not to pass and who to, because they're doing it right as the opponent arrives. Good defense, dude. Oh, they missed their chance, man. I could have had a shot on goal easily, but they've done it right. Oh, good. Now we're down someone, too. Nope. Bad pass, dude. Yeah, the timing of passes really matter a lot. Can really mess your team over. And passing to the wrong person like that is stupid. Messes your team over too. Well, my teammates sure are good for the opponent. I can say that much. Yep. Well, at least she jumped up there and succeeded with that defensive header. Oh, I forgot about that. They use the team of the year. That thing comes up around the edges of the screen. Yep. She can chip it without the playstyle, so that's good. Oh, get that out of there. So, give it to him. Run for your life. I've only ever seen that work once. And I've played a lot of rush matches. Well, she was strong enough to shove him off the ball, but teammate lost it. I didn't even put bruiser on her either. Goalkeeper blocked it. Alright, come on, right here. I got enforcer. Come on, dude. Hand it over. Let's test out this enforcer. Can someone go into the box so I could actually do it? Thanks. Not one person went in the box the whole time, and I could have crossed that too. It was so easy. The enforcer works, but they won't go into the box, people. Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, he wasted it. Wasted it. It's bouncing all over the place. Yeah, I was totally open. Could have had such an easy goal if he would have passed that earlier. Yep, missed. Typical rush teammates. Yep. Can't let him go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That's why I made him go out there. With me. Quick. That's too slow of a pass. Oh, come on, dude. I even got it right to him. Quick, quick, quick. Tied it up. 2 seconds to spare. So I can either try to play defense or I can gamble and just rush the ball and hope that I get it. Oh, I was trying to turn around and pass it to the blue dude, but yeah, I figured. There you go. Good slide tackle. She don't even have high defense or that play style. No, don't ruin it, dude. Dude. Teammates let me down multiple times, but she plays well. You know, at least right now when I'm controlling her the whole time. She has good pace. You can outrun them. She's maneuverable. The passing was good. Let's see. The shooting was good. What else? The L2 worked. They just refused to get in the box. I mean, I was hanging on to that ball for a while there, waiting for someone to get into the box so I could cross it. But they just refused. No one wants to be in the box. All right. So now I'll try out this against the promo team. That way you can play with them too if you want. So this is the team that I'll be using if you're curious. Hopefully I don't have to sub in a center back because I don't have Playstyles on Renard yet. I haven't got around to it. Let's see. Yeah, it's like an Evo team. I have a bunch of past and present teams. Then I have Seeger up top. So I want to do part of the match with her over there. And then part of the match with her up top as striker. Because she can play left or right side. But I mean, the concept's the same. Whether she fulfills her roles or not. How fast she moves. The passing ability. All those kind of things. Whether you're on left or right. Because she's 5-star, 5-star. For her weak foot, so she should be fine either way. It's a shame they never fixed rush. See, it shows matches played, but doesn't count goals or assists. It's a shame they've never fixed that. Even last year, same thing. Yeah, that's how a lot of my players have lower stats, because they use them in rush a lot. But let's see. Yeah, she has all the play styles I'd need. That way I don't really have to think about it. Just don't do the X button pass. Okay. Oh wait, there is an Evo I wanted to put on Karchawi. I could start on that right now. I think I have it already. Let's see. I keep track on a paper of the Evos of who I want to have what. Actually, I'll wait on it because I don't want to do that and take up the time when I'm supposed to be doing a review. So forget that. I'll just go ahead and play, and I'll figure that stuff out later. But I do keep track on a paper, because there's so many Evos in this game. That's why. Let's see. I'll do it that way. I'll have my gold uniform on. I've never seen anyone with this. I don't know if you guys have seen anyone with that gold uniform. But even when I looked at the market, there aren't any on there. So I don't know. This is my first match against the AI today, so I don't know how it'll be because the daily updates do affect gameplay. Some days the gameplay is good and responsive, other days it's not. So I don't know since I haven't played this yet. Oops. Started watching my other players too much. Yeah, that was dumb. Good job, Endler. Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple times already it hasn't been too responsive. This is single player mode, so this is purely on the gameplay. Oh, I was able to take the ball with him. He is pretty fast outrunning him. There we go, for Chowie Wowie. But yeah, you could see, I was able to take the ball from them defensively, even though her defense is extremely slow, and then run down the entirety of the field and outrun them. Now, that is actually outrunning them. A lot of people with the lengthy players, they say they're fast, but yet they're always forced to do cutbacks. If you can truly outrun them, you go down like that and you curve around behind them. That's when it really shows that you have a big pace advantage. And if you're curious why my other players are outrunning them too, because most of my team, of most of the past and present teams and my main team, most of them are really fast. Even if you have other players at the same pace, then these still outrun them. Because I purposely find different players that the body type and everything, the way they move in game, are fast. And by her being this fast, I'm thinking I will enjoy using her. And I'm thinking she probably is worth investing a 5th Playstyle Plus on and maybe an Evo on top of it. Because a lot of players, if I haven't used them all year, is one of my favorites, then I don't invest other stuff in them. But yeah, this one, I'm really liking her. Good job, Basha. Basha! I knew I shouldn't have done that. Man, finesse shots suck so bad. They're so slow and weak in this game. I like Game Changer and Low Driven way better. Okay, let's see. Oops, got too fancy. Yeah. She took him on for a little bit, but then I tried to get too fancy and just to see what she can do. There you go. How about that? A real team player. She's quick. She's getting down there. She's getting in those assists. So that's cool. I'm really liking it. And she's in the right spots too so far. She's fulfilling that winger role like I wanted her to. So that's cool. That's twice already. Let's see. Let's burn him. Come on, Delphine. You got this. Same thing. 3 times. That's awesome. Yeah, she's fast, man. She's getting down there. Good job, Seeger. Good awareness and running your route correctly. That way you're available. That's cool. I'm liking it. Oh, lame goalkeeper. How about that? They got the Brits. Yeah, that's cool. Good job, Brits. Good job, team in the box, getting yourselves open. Yeah, that's cool. Sally Wally. Oh, there. Oh, the middle of the whistle. Basha! Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so I want to try a striker. Let's see. She can do cam. Okay, yeah, so I'll try her out at striker. So she's still above 80%, so her attributes or nothing's dropped yet. So once it falls below 80% energy, that's when their attributes and everything start dropping. But see, I got Relentless for her. That's why she has as much as she does. Because if you think about it, that's still a good amount of energy at this point when you consider how much I've used her. Because she has a goal, but she has 3 assists. Did defense, get the ball, and ran all the way down the field and passed the defender and curved around and then pinged it in there for the assist. So she's running a lot, you know, and using the sprint speed a lot. So that's still good to have it in the 80s at this point after as much as I was using her. Dally's cool. She has Relentless Plus, so she lasts. Come on, get it. What? No, I messed it up last minute. Let's try this again. There you go. She's in the right spots both times for the pass, which is a really good sign because there's too many players that are stupid, and when you want to do a through ball, they purposely go on the opposite side and use the opponent as a shield so you can't complete a pass to him. But she got herself open. See, there's an opening on the right, and that's where she went. I like that. That way I won't get frustrated while using her. Because I get annoyed and frustrated by players that seem to purposely sabotage you and go on the wrong sides. What? Give me this ball back. Good job, Ellie. Oh, tough. I messed that up. Damn it. Yeah, Seeger did the right thing. She intercepted it, but then they were right there. Oh, he blocked it. Lame, dude. Why would he do such a thing? Oh, shouldn't have switched to R2. Should have just kept it up with the L2 because it was working. Alright. Oh, I missed it. Dang, she finally missed. Come on. Where you going? Oh, every time I switch to R2, then I lose it. That's not, I was trying to force it, that's why. If I just use the L2, which was working great, and then pass it to someone that's open, then that'd be the better choice. There you go. There's your hat trick. And with all the assists. You want to do the dance? Pat, pat, wee. Ooh, pow. Yeah, that's cool. I just been practicing that and getting used to it over the last couple weeks. Because I never used to use that over the top. With the L1 and Y. But yeah, that's cool. See, if you have someone fast, then you can do that. You just got to time it when you send them on a run, right when they're about to almost be level with the defensive line, then you got to pass it. But they got to be fast, though. Oh, that's probably not going to work out. Yeah. I figured that one wouldn't work out. Damn, I'm messing up. I'm trying to get too fancy and messed it up. Nope, that's not allowed. What? Why'd you do that? Good job, Emily. Run, Gardino. Run for your life. The clock's gonna expire. Gardino! Come on, Gardino! Oh, couldn't make it backwards when her back was turned. That's funny. Yeah, that was cool though. I'll check out the card again and give my final thoughts before it's over. Hopefully people are liking these long, detailed reviews. starting to see a lot of different instances where they perform. But she is good, whether using her on the side or a striker. She worked well in both places. And then, since it's against the promo team, for comparison's sake, everyone gets to play that same promo team. So you can try players out against them too and compare the performance. Because if I did it against the other teams, then it's just random generated teams or whatever. So then it's not an easy way to compare it. Okay, so you always seen this part where she was. The 3 goals and assists was in a single match because the rush stuff doesn't count on there. Like I showed at the first video, she can play both sides, whether you're using the right and left middles or wingers. She can play striker. She does fulfill those roles. She was in the correct spots where she is supposed to be, and she does go into the open space when you're doing through balls. Because a lot of players have a problem with that, and they go on the wrong side and block themselves off, but she didn't. She went in the correct spot each time, so that was cool. The base enforcer does work well with her. I know at the end I lost the ball eventually because I just kept hanging on to it and trying to force it with only her all by herself and multiple opponents around her. But as long as she is able to hang on to it each time, I could have easily just passed it to one of my partners and then have them shoot. But I was seeing how long she could hang on to it, and then they didn't get it at all until when I switched to R2 to try to run her own self, already in the box with people surrounding her. Whereas if you just hold the L2, go back and forth, and then do a regular base pass with A, then that would work out better for you. It'd be more consistent. But she is strong and can hold them off pretty easily. She is fast. Now, I did choose every one of these as a Playstyle Plus. To increase her pace, make her as fast as I possibly could. She's agile, but she's not the most agile. I know she has 99 agility and Tech Plus, First Touch Plus, all that. She is agile and good, but there are players that are more agile. So, like the Dabinia SBC, that one's more agile for reference. Because if I just reference my Evo players, that's not going to help you because you don't have those players to compare it. But if you've done the Dabinia SBC, Dabinia is more agile than her. But Cascarino is definitely faster. And she can definitely hang on to the ball better than Dabinia did. I do have Enforcer on her, but she's strong and can hang on to it. The passing was good. I was satisfied with the passing and the shooting and everything. The only times I had a problem a couple times was the finesse, because the animations for all the players for finesse is slower. That's why I do prefer Game Changer. If I wasn't doing a review trying different things out, I'd be using either Game Changer or low driven shots, because the frames to do the animation, it's less frames and it's quicker to do Game Changer than it is finesse. And they have to slow down, if you're running full pace, and you can do a Game Changer. But if you're doing the same thing and try a finesse, your character has to slow down and turn and then do the finesse animation. So finesse is always slower than Game Changer. So for that reason, if you're trying to decide between them because you want to use a playstyle somewhere else, like maybe you want Bruiser, even though she's able to use the A button thing and take the ball from him. But if you want a Bruiser to, really emphasize that, if you're going to take off one of the shooting ones, I'd take off the finesse and keep the Game Changer and low driven. But you might want the finesse if you're going to be playing her on the left side, since she's right-footed. I might end up doing that, the 5th Playstyle Plus with Ping Plus, from that training camp thing. I have to check my other players and see what they're getting to make sure my main team players and stuff have everything they need. But if they don't need that, then I might consider putting that on her, because she is that good that I like using her that much that I am willing to invest the 5th Playstyle Plus into her. Never right here, let's see. You could have something with finishing for a chemistry style. May want to consider that. I'll have to look online and see which chemistry styles exactly how much they give. Because you don't want to use 100 because that's just wasting the pace part completely. Otherwise, I would have used that because it adds 9 to the volleys. And I really like that. But let's see. She was good with the volleys though during that rush match. They passed it from far away and she still did a good volley shot for a goal, so that was cool to see. And she's fast and she's good with the driven passes, as you've seen at least a few times. Outran the whole team, legitimately outran them to where you go the whole field and curve around behind them because of passing them, not having to cut back. So, and she is not lengthy, so that's good. I know a lot of people, because different content creators insist that lengthy is everything. They like that they're slow and not agile, I guess, but I do not care for lengthy. And I've outran many lengthy players with controlled and with explosives, so I'm glad that she's not lengthy, and she needed the 99 agility anyways. Like I said though, even with 99 agility and all this, this is not the most agile. She's good and agile, but not the most with all that. So I think that's pretty much everything you'd need to know to make a decision on this. I don't think she's really expensive. What was she, a 88 squad with a WSL player and a special card like Team of the Week or Futties or whatever, and then 89 squad and a 90 squad with a special card. So it wasn't too much. As soon as I seen it, I figured I'd want her because I had used her other cards some. I never evoed it, but I used that World Tour one a little bit, and I had a good experience with that. And I definitely like this one. I like the really fast, pacey players that are also strong and can do the tackles and hang on to the ball and stuff. So she fits with my play style really well. I think I'm going to end it there. This has gone on long enough. Again, if people would prefer like this, the long, detailed review, building the player, combination of rush and the full 11v11 match, everything together, and then the overview at the end. If you'd prefer it that way, I can continue doing it that way, but if enough people said that they'd prefer it where I play all the matches and stuff before the video and then just show the card and talk about my experience with it afterwards, so that way it ends up a lot shorter for you. I mean, it depends on if you want to see everything I'm saying or if you just want me to tell you the information and my experience, so that way the video is quicker and save you some time. Let me know what you think about that. Because if enough people say one thing or the other, it could influence how I go about reviews in the next game in FC27. Alright, that's it for this one. Catch you next time.